Welcome, everyone, to the World Session for January 9th, 2024. Today, I decided to pull some cards. This is our first World Session for the new year, and a lot of things have been transforming for many people, but some people are sort of held in the old patterns. So I said, let me just check and see what's going on. And what I got from these cards is the first card is Receive and Open. So that receptivity that we need. The second one is toxicity and being bound by patterns and that toxic pattern. That's where we're really going to focus today. And I asked for the outcome and it says transformation. So, okay, let's just title this session Transformation. So if you're listening on YouTube or any of the social media platforms, please like, share, and subscribe. It really supports me to continue doing this work for everyone. All right, let's take a nice deep breath. You might even want to close your eyes so you just feel that total relaxation and experience by putting your hands on your heart. This has a huge impact that we just touch our hearts. You might notice something happening. I put my hand on my heart. I notice I relax, I let go, and then I can draw my hands out to the outside, open both of them, and just feel that you're ready to receive. I'm ready to receive. You can say that. I am receiving. Then you just say, I receive. You need all the different ones. So you're working with different temporal patterns, present participles, receiving. I'm ready to receive just gives you that openness. So you start with that one. We can massage a little bit these chakras. This is your giving hand, this is your receiving hand, and they both need to circulate, yes. And supposedly this helps with digestion as well. So you can rub like that. So there you go. You heard that burp coming up. That's an energy, especially since this is also for digestion, but enlivening. I'm focusing on the chakras, but I'm also, a lot of meridians, right? All your meridians come out through your fingers. So let's do the meridians now, okay? We're just going to exercise all of them. So you can stretch your hand and then curl your fingers in and down and then open them up. Just do this a few times or as often as you like. So you might notice things happening in the body. Just observe what's going on in your body. I have my hands very high. You don't need to have them as high. I just kept them high for you to see them. You can relax them. You can do them forward, but you just want to get them really moving. It's for flexibility, but also carries through each of those, meridians going through the fingers. I'm just going to massage them a bit down through the arms. I'm going to pat those arms. Let's go straight into, there's lymph nodes there, lots of lymph, and then carry it down to your spleen, then do the other one. Go right into the, underarm, this is your heart, lymph nodes, and then carry it over to the spleen. All right, now just do a little bit of shoulder rolls. Just roll those shoulders. We really want to get things moving and releasing toxicity. So I'm just focusing on, you can focus too. Hey, body, tell me where my toxins are. So we can start from the top. Are they in my brain? Yeah, probably. Probably doesn't move. Whoa, that felt really good. I'm right in the brain. I'm touching so gently, just gentle, and you'll feel a very strong energy. You might, if you want to go hard, that's fine. And go right through the whole lymph system. We're getting the subclavian area. Some of it can go across the heart. If you have teeth issues, try and drag it away from the heart and into the spleen directly. If you don't have any gum or tooth issues, you can go both ways. I prefer bringing everything to the subclavian area and through the side, and then I separately work the energy of my heart. So whatever toxins are in and around the heart, I can move them. So those are two things I do. I'm just going to do the back of the head a little bit because I didn't get that. I'm touching very, very lightly, just really to get that energetic effect of the lymph or lymphatic system moving, and bring it down underarm to the spleen. Okay. All right. Feels like the shoulders need that rotation. And you could let whatever needs to move. If you're, you don't want to just move your shoulders, you can move your head, you can move your torso. So you're moving the shoulders, but you can let everything that wants to go. Don't force yourself, just whatever wants to move with your shoulders. And we're going to run grief out of the filet mignon of your spine. Grief out of filet mignon of the spine. Okay, so that's going to help all this toxicity move, not only anteriorly, but posterior. And then I'm bringing it into the spleen, just observing it do that. And let's get it all tapped in and sit back for a moment and really just tune in. So I'm really, really dizzy right now. That can mean several things. I think it's high toxicity. So just breathe and I'll focus on the toxicity. Yours might not be in your brain. Could be in other areas. It could be in organs. It could be in lungs. It could be in bladder. For women, it could be in the uterus. It could be in your legs. It could be in your blood. It could be anywhere. So wherever you're feeling things, you could just notice it. And I'm just going to drain out toxin. And we're just going to let your brain know, oh, drain the toxin from wherever it needs to come out. And we also run a technique that's called the body chemistry technique that helps the body deal with the toxins that are there. These are going to be pollutants from the air, from your food, from, whatever you put on your body. You could put cream on your body, you absorb something that maybe disrupts your system. It will work not only with toxins. Let's put a drop of intolerances in there, because sometimes you could be okay with something and other times you won't be okay. Or it could be a perfect storm, right? Something that you're never intolerant to, but you're stressed. You eat something that doesn't work out for you, then you put a cream on, and all of a sudden you have a little bit of a problem. So I'm not saying that's the specific combination, but those things happen to us. We have the perfect storm. So the second part of toxicity in this card is being bound by our patterns. Being bound by our patterns. Okay, and what's happening right now is that because I'm working with the entire planet, there are so many patterns coming out at me, I can't even discern them. So I'm not even sure yet, am I supposed to work with as a general pattern? Do I allow your brains to just deal with it? And I'm getting no. Okay, so I might just have to wait for what is now. I want to cry, and a little bit of regurgitation is coming up. So, oof, there's a lot of tears, but nothing affiliated to it. So let's just let grief and sadness continue to move out of the body. Oh, I feel really relaxed right now as that moves out. All right, so let me just see. Pattern. What pattern are we working with? Give me the pattern, please. Okay, the pattern of duality between negative and positive ideas about oneself. So I'll give examples, but it can't be specific to each person. But they relate to like being good and being bad, but also being right and being wrong. We'll work with those identities for the moment. So when things aren't working out, if our body isn't working out or events aren't working out, we will often think, I must have done something wrong. Now, you could be the kind of person who thinks somebody else did something wrong and it's their fault. Well, that's not about you. So you should be just fine if it's someone else's fault. You should just be fine. If somebody else has done something, it's their fault, then you just take practical action from there. Uh, but if you're blaming someone, then that's still about you. Still about you. If you're blaming someone, it's still about you because you're blaming them. That doesn't mean someone hasn't broken your vase and you go, okay, you've broken my vase and now I need you to pay for it. That's very practical, very practical. The part we're working with is when we have these patterns that keep saying right, wrong, good, bad. It depresses the heart. So we'll use what's called Big Four. So this is dumping a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to go through all of it. You'll have to study body talk to get all of that, but you definitely will feel it. And we're dumping it all to individuation. Individuation. So now that I did that, I've got all across this area here. I think you could see where my hand's going. It feels like I've got cramps, like veins of cramps in there. Now it's gone around the back. Everything's cramping up, underarms cramping up. So there's something about these patterns that we might resist letting go of. So I'll be personal and then you discover your own. The pattern should kind of make you cringe, I guess, would be the best way. The pattern should kind of go, ooh, but you could also find that you have a pattern, you go, but it should be that way. There's no other way. That's called a resignation if you think there's no other way. So we start from this premise, this collective idea that just moving that cramping. So I'm going to go under the shoulder blades and run some circulation under the shoulder blades into the latissimus and open up to, there's nothing I have to do. Nothing. But the belief system that I have to is very stressful in the body mind. Very, very stressful. When you sit in one moment, in a particular moment, there's nothing you have to do. Everything that we have to do is future oriented. But if I'm here and I go, there is nothing I have to do right in this moment. Remember, moment is 1/1000. That's it. There's nothing to do. And then see what your body wants to do. If you want health, if you want to break your patterns, this is one way to do it. You just go 1/1000. There's nothing I have to do right now. If your mind starts going, yes, but I have to do all these things in the next day, you're already in the future. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. All that exists is the now. Everything else is in your imagination. Breathe. I'm just making these statements. It's up to you to just kind of look at it and go, I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I'm just bringing up what it comes up intuitively. But we will work in 4 dimensions. So length, width, depth, obviously, are the 3, and the 4th one is time. So when we're looking at our lives, it often becomes very flat. We look at it in a 2-dimensional pattern, including time is seen only in 2 dimensions. There's that in the past, and this is where I need to go. I'm not in the present. That's one of the things we do. It ages us. It stresses us. And then we repeat, I did something wrong. Most of us do. There's some people that are blame the outside. You did something wrong. You're the cause of my life. That's a whole other ball game. We're not working with that. We're working with ourselves today, with ourselves. If you want to work with other people and control them, there's, not much you can do about that, without doing some strange manipulations and abuses to get other people to do what you want. This world is about, or this world that I live in, which is me, I need to be responsible for me. I need to take action for myself. And I can hear all the, yeah, but you don't understand. I do understand. I do understand. I have compassion for myself and you because I do the same thing. But I know it's not helpful to me. It's not helpful to me at all. Not helpful to me. So how could it be helpful to you? Breathe and just see what happens. You might be angry about what I'm saying. That's fine. Let that anger move that crap out of you. Move that toxicity, move those patterns that need to be transformed. I want to cry again. Just really cry. It feels good crying, like something's releasing. It feels really nice. So it's not like pathetic, or it's, you can see I'm even smiling while the tears are coming down. It feels really good, like so much, stress, all of the suffering on this planet, all the suffering everyone has. Yeah, we all have it. And calm comes right in. And now I'm just take your arms out to the side, hands open, and draw love to yourself. And just notice what's happening. You don't need to think, you just notice what's happening. And breathe. And I bless you all and thank you for being here. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.